It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to my F1 24 career mode. We are now at round 21, the closing few races of this season 1 campaign. We are at Brazil for the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's a weekend of mixed conditions, but that's going to make things all the more exciting. If you haven't seen the last one from Mexico, do be sure to check that one out before you see this one. Well, unbelievably, it was a second DNF in a row, and I'm gutted to say that that was the end result. But we're now at Brazil, and you know what? I'm targeting better here. Those two races are unacceptable. We need to get back in the points again. So let's do that round here. Heading out of Yungtao, it feels like a reasonable end to the lap. Let's see what we got. 109s are the benchmark. I think this is going to be a 109. What have we got here? It's a 109.0, and we're just about quicker than Charles Leclerc, but we're slower than Sainz and Hamilton. And as the rain starts to fall, we have done enough to get through to Q2. However, we are losing Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Ricciardo and Sargent. And the plan for Q2 is to get out as early as possible and do the lap. So that's exactly what we've done with rain falling during this session. What's the weather report say? Well, into the best tyre for now, apparently, so that's interesting. Is there a change of conditions heading our way? I'm not sure. I just wanted to get out and get a banker lap done so I could be sure that we have one done. And at the moment, it's a purple sector, so we're going along very nicely. It's a green sector, so it's okay as we now head towards going up the hill and heading to the line. I'm hoping we can be within the top 10. Like I said, I've set my lap early in the hope that that helps us. Is the rain getting harder? The track's definitely a little bit wetter. It's P5, so that's interesting. If it is drying out, we're in a little bit of trouble. If not, we might be safe. No, we're in 11th, but it is going to dry out. Right, okay, this
we've only got
this changes things now. I am thinking, do I go out one more time? No, because it's actually got wetter. So, yeah, that's not worked out at all. We are out at Q2. There is no way that we're going to be setting an improved time. I'm just going to box, and that is that.
Track is wet right now.
It is P12 for us in the sprint race with a lot of work to do. Hamilton is also out. Bottas is out. Tsunoda is out. Unfortunately for us, Stroll, our main rival, is comfortably in. This has given us a lot of work to do in the sprint, but I'm confident that we can pull off a strong sprint.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Gasly, Hamilton, Sunshine, Tsunoda, Bottas, Albon, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Ricciardo and Logan Sargent. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside. And alongside me, a man, well, what more can...
12 laps ahead, starting in P12. What can we do here? We are underway here at the sprint, and it's quite a slow start from Lance Stroll. I don't mind that one bit. I'm going to try and get down the inside of him in the Senna S. Gasly coming across on me there, though. But where is Stroll? He's just about on my right. I think we've got him behind us. Yes, we do. So that is a very nice start from us. And I want to already improve my position further, so we're going to have a look down the inside of Gasly. No, Gasly covers, and covers quite well. So, oh, there's debris coming off of someone. So I think someone has made contact up ahead. Meanwhile, Gasly's still defending there. I'm not sure why he's defended there, of all places. But that is going to make him vulnerable down the inside here, as they all get backed up. And I had to try very hard not to hit Oscar Piastri, but we are past Gasly. We're up 3 places and up into the top 9. One more place and we get a point in this sprint. So that's the start we want. And of course, points are very important considering that Lance Stroll has pulled a few ahead of us. And I want to try and make it into the top 10 of the standings if I can. Oh, for God's sake! Not another failure! Come on! Are you serious? What is going on? I'm lost for words. No. No. How is my luck this bad at this end of the season?
Well,
no words. No
section.
words.
Up,
well, Verstappen is the winner of the sprint race, quite predictably. He's winning it all at the moment. Lando Norris second, Fernando Alonso third, then it's Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Russell and Piastri. What have we got to do to change our luck? Because this is ridiculous now. 3 races in a row. Hopefully in the main Grand Prix this doesn't happen.
It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
The mood is very somber as we head into this qualifying session. I've locked up turn 1 there, but that's allowed. That's given me a chance to get Magnussen out of the way, but the mood is very somber. I just can't believe the misfortune we had in that sprint race. We were looking very strong as well. I feel like we could have made points, but it is what it is, and it's absolute, it's full. But I'm hoping that we can come back with a strong result in qualifying, which puts us even stronger in the race. Now, unfortunately, we have had to make a component change, which I think will equal a grid penalty for the race of sorts. That's just disappointing, really, isn't it? You just don't... We don't need this, but let's see what the first lap, our opening gambit is. Hopefully it's a strong lap. Hamilton, I think, set a 1:08. So if we can just get into the low 9, to me, that'd be enough. And then we've got something to build on from there. And that is a low 9. We're just behind Albon, but ahead of Stroll. That is enough, but only just about for 13th and 14th. So we need to find some pace in Q2. We are 3/10 shy of Albon in Sector 2. So unless we can sling it out of Youngsao and get a really, really good run up the hill, it is going to be goodbye in Q2 once again. And it's just not going our way, is it? In fact, we're slower than Bottas I am going to go again and see if we can find any more speed on this lap. It's not even enough to improve. P15 is our grid spot. That is just gutting that we can't do more. Bottas is up in 11th. That is just disappointing. There wasn't really much pace in the car. I did manage to improve in the first sector, but by then the tyres were gone. And we're P15 for the Brazilian Grand Prix. This is going to be a long, tough old race.
Welcome along then to where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the very final corner. And just 1 year later, Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's time then for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Bottas, Gasly, Ocon, Stroll, Sunshine, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, Sainz, Sargent, Tsunoda, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today. Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against...
Here we go. It's the Brazilian Grand Prix, 36 laps. What will unfold here at Sao Paulo? We are underway for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And once again, it's a strong start. I'm going to try and go through the middle of Ocon and Stroll. But the gap was always going to close in on me. We've got a yellow flag, so someone's had a moment. I haven't seen who it is, but we're going to try and get through out the Alpine of Gasly. We're up into 11th, so we've made some gains. And in fact, it's Sergio Perez that's gone horribly wrong into the Senna S. Perez to the back of the pack with it all to do now after that mistake. Meanwhile, here I am shaping up Esteban Ocon, who's brake testing me a little bit there. I'm not quite sure what he was doing, but I'm not happy with that. We were trying to have a look. He moved to the fend and then brake tested me. I might be able to nip him here though, and that is exactly what we're going to do. Go down the inside. I've given him the room if he wants to try and fight it. He is going to try and fight it. We're still side by side with Ocon. But ultimately we get that done, although he's gone into Albon. Hopefully no damage. No damage worthy of note there. Maybe the front left tyre, but it'll live. Right, now on to the straight after the first lap. And once again, we are in the top 10 after a very strong opening lap. And the first thing I'm going to do is try and get past Alex Albon down the pit straight. He goes defensive. I'm going to stick it down the inside of him. And we are back into P9. And this is deja vu. We're in 9th place. And dead ahead of us is Oscar Piastri. Please hold the engine failure. We don't want anything of the sort this time. Meanwhile, look at Valtteri Bottas up into 6th. That's a flying start for him. And if he can just hold everything back for me, we might be able to gain some more places yet. This is exactly what we need. As I have a look down the inside of Piastri. Piastri fighting me there. I'm going to try and go around the outside. See if we make that work. Piastri, he knew exactly what I was going to do there. And Oscar says, absolutely not. Wow, this is quite action-packed already, isn't it? This is what we want to see. Great wheel-to-wheel racing as now I use my overtake to try and get ever closer to the McLaren of Oscar Piastri. We might be able to send it down the inside. I am going to send it. Oscar doesn't see that coming, and in fact I think we caught him napping a bit. But we are into the top 8, and we're into the points quite nicely here, and it's Bottas in 5th, still holding things back. I thought it was 6th, I was wrong, he's in 5th. There's Charles Leclerc in 6th, George Russell in 7th, and if I can give these guys a bit of hell, I might be able to help Sauber preserve a great result here. Here we go, we're now getting into the slipstream of George Russell. Leclerc is going to be busying himself with Bottas. I'm going to busy myself with Russell as I catch another driver off guard. Oh, I've gone into Leclerc! Oh, I went into Leclerc and that made him nearly lose it there. And somehow I have no damage to the front wings. But Leclerc nearly losing it, and that allowed Russell past him. And I think Bottas is going to be thinking, you know what? Cheers, mate, you just saved me from losing a position there. Oh, not what we wanted to do there at all. We've lost a couple of places. From attacking for 6th, we have dropped to 9th. I cannot believe that has happened. I think Russell is now getting past Bottas. I can't see what's going on in the centre S. Bottas and Russell are still side by side, and that's bringing Leclerc back into it. I know who else is bringing into it. Me, no, Russell not able to do anything there, but I'm having a look at Piastri, as now Leclerc has a look at Russell, and Bottas is just seeing them all off. Russell gets repassed by Leclerc. Now I'm trying to get past Oscar Piastri once again. Oh, this is dramatic stuff, and we're only on lap 5. Anyone would think we're towards the end, and I have a dive on Oscar Piastri in what is one of my favourite overtaking spots on this circuit. Anyone who watches my F1 career modes will know how prone I am to sending it there. And we do it once again, but now once again we're right on the back of George Russell. And you can see the train of cars that is developing behind Valtteri Bottas. Leclerc is just about getting clear of it. But it seems to be the train is more on me than Bottas, because these two have got a tiny bit of a gap to me. There goes Russell on Bottas. Here goes Russell on Bottas, diving down the inside. Bottas fighting him off still. I've gone wide watching them too much, but Bottas losing the place to Russell, and now it becomes a case of I need to get past my teammate. But Bottas is so busy fighting Russell, he doesn't even see I'm there. These guys are all getting away out front. Meanwhile, Piastri and Albert are right behind me, and they're all waiting for the outcome of this battle, but I've got to get past my Sauber teammate.
Let's go, come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
And that was the perfect pit stop, and now we need to drive the perfect out lap. Let's give this a push. Let's see if we can end up closer to the front of the pack.
Valtteri is in for his stop.
Bottas is in this lap then. So, where are we going to be in relation to him? I'm hoping that we can jump him here. Let's have a look. We've got a few cars in. There's Bottas, so I think we have got ahead of him. There's Charles Leclerc. I tell you what, it's going to be very close between myself and Leclerc, isn't it? Leclerc coming out of the pits now. Where is he? There is he. And Bottas is going to be behind us, but we've got Charles Leclerc dead ahead on hard tyres. So we might be able to give Charles Leclerc a bit of a fight here, while we have up to temperature medium tyres. He's on cold hards. Bottas 7 seconds behind us, and we gained a lot of time going for this undercut. And I tell you what, we're keeping Charles Leclerc honest here. We might be able to have a go at taking a place on the Ferrari driver here. Here's hoping. Let's see what it is when we come to the end of the lap. We'll get DRS for sure. I don't know about overtake or how much of that we can use, but let's just use the battery for now while we're going up the hill. I'm going to save it for when the DRS is open. DRS is open now. What can we do about Leclerc? The gap is coming down, down, down. We're not quite there to get through yet. And I've actually gone a bit deep, but we have got clear of Russell as well. Out of Yung Sao. It's a decent enough exit, but once again we've fallen quite a way back before the DRS opens. But we might be able to pull that back. Look at us getting ever closer. This is going to be a lunge down the inside. The Monegasque caught napping there as we take P5 in the Brazilian Grand Prix. And Leclerc might come back at us here. Leclerc is coming back at us here as he has a look down the inside. And Leclerc successfully coming back on us and retaking P5 in this Brazilian Grand Prix. This is a fight now. And myself and Leclerc very much involved here.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
And we hear that rain is coming in 10 to 15 minutes. And if you want more proof that rain is on the way, it really has clouded over as once again the DRS opens. And we're a bit closer this time than we were last time, so we should be able to attack him down the inside. We're gonna send it. Leclerc tries to cover. Leclerc doing a decent job of covering. We've got the better exit and we are up the position. And we have DRS, so Leclerc not going to be able to do much about that. We retake P5 in this Brazilian Grand Prix. What a race this is turning into for us. Leclerc is not done with us yet. He is coming back. But at the moment, I think we should have him covered. No, we don't, because he's taking a lunge down the inside of the centre S. There was contact there, but we just about keep the place as he bangs wheels with us. He is going to have another helping of DRS down this little straight here. Leclerc to the inside. I'm on the outside. I'm going to try and hold him around the outside. Side by side we go. Leclerc just ahead. And we're going to have a look there. No way through there. Charles Leclerc holding back onto fifth now. And that's a good move. Oh, we've hit him again. I don't think he's going to appreciate all the hits up the back he's getting from me in this Grand Prix.
We don't want a penalty.
And just outside the points, this is Lance Stroll pushing to try and get into the points, but that's not going to help him. He spun round, and oh, I tell you what, that could have been a red flag intervention there. He's still parked up on the exit of the corner. Are we going to see a safety car? We're going to see a safety car. Oh, that makes things interesting in the end here. Now, what do I do? What do I do? Do I pit or do I stay out? Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. And if I do pit, what do I go on? Do I gamble on the weather or do I stay out? The safety car is in this lap, and we've got a 3-lap sprint finish. Unfortunately for us, the drivers that were closing in on us, which are Russell and Piastri, are now right behind us. So I'm hoping we can get just a bit more clear of them. I'll give Leclerc another little tap up the rear. He won't appreciate that this lap, and there is the threat of rain that is inbound. And we have to be careful where we overtake. We can't overtake for a certain point. We are back racing here. You can't pass before the line. We didn't. We've got Leclerc, and now we're going to have a look at Lewis Hamilton too. And we managed to pull off that double overtake and move ourselves into P4. That's a great little move there. And the rain is now falling. 3 laps to go, and it's just starting to rain here at Sao Paulo, and that was a beautiful little move, wasn't it? Beginning the final lap now. I've gone wide into Yung Sao. That might allow Leclerc a look. I'm just going to drain the battery and hope it's enough to keep him behind. Leclerc going for it, as is Alonso on Norris. Here comes Leclerc down the inside. I'm going to try and hold him around the outside. No, Leclerc has got that done. Leclerc getting it done, and Alonso moving ahead of Norris, but I'm going to have DRS on Leclerc we might still be able to take 4th place back here. But no, Leclerc has got that move done. However, we are looking good to hold on to a top 5 finish. And that'll be a great place to finish after everything that's happened in the last few races. It'll be good to just grab a top 5 finish. But we've still got half a lap to go in these conditions. The track is getting just a little bit greasier. Here's hoping for a couple of spins in front of us. Maybe we get back on the podium. Not to be here as we head to Yongzhou. But it looks like it's going to be Max Verstappen winning once again. A great drive by Max. Fernando Alonso is looking set to take second. Then it'll be Norris and Leclerc. But for the second time this season, it's a top 5 finish for us. Although Hamilton's coming at us. Who gets it?
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
We just hold on to P5. So for a second time this season, it is a top 5 finish. I will take that all day long.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
With 5 race victories now, is for the others now really to try and stop that momentum that they've got on their side, because before too long they're going to be looking at the championship. It's theirs, it's within grasp right now, of course.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out. Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Well, that's a win for Max Verstappen, one that never really looked in doubt. Alonso taking second right at the end. Then it's Norris third, Leclerc fourth. I managed to get fifth, Hamilton gets sixth. Russell getting 7th, Piastri getting 8th, Bottas bringing home more points for Sauber in 9th, and it's Nico Hülkenberg in P10. And of course, we do take the point for fastest lap, so let's see how that affects the standings. Verstappen, well, he's miles clear of anybody, isn't he? Where he usually is. Alonso is second, Leclerc third, Norris fourth, getting closer to taking third, so it's going to be interesting to see who gets it out of them. Piastri fifth, Perez drops to sixth. Then you got Sainz, Russell, Hamilton and Stroll completing the top 10. But we are only 5 points shy of Stroll, and you know what? I'm really eyeing that top 10 finish. It's been a very good season for Bottas too, bringing 29 points to the table. And of course, that does help things in the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull, though, a mile away from anybody else. Then you got McLaren and Ferrari battling it over second. Aston Martin on their own in fourth. Mercedes on their own in fifth. Ware in sixth. And then it's Visa Cash App in seventh. But Williams and Alpine looking close over that 8th spot. I wonder who will get it out of those two. Haas languishing at the back in 10th. Well, what a race that was for us. And it was much needed after the last few races where everything just went wrong. It's good to have one where everything goes right, and I'm so happy with a top 5 finish. Yeah, that was a good race. Right then, all that remains to say is thank you so much for watching this installment of Career Mode. Don't forget to leave a like, and of course hit subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more content from me. Until the next time, I've been Joe, TTFN, ta-ta for now, take care, see you all soon.